I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I was wrong about Overwatch 2. A game that I originally thought was absolute dog shit turned out to be worse than dog shit. It was absolute fucking hippo shit. It was fermenting in the sun, and although the stadium mode is fun, the game is still hippo shit. It's dog shit. It's hogwash. There is nothing good about the game outside of a mode that they added 3 weeks ago. I'm going to turn on my light because I like it better on. If you're one with a keen eye, you'll notice that my backdrop has changed. That's because I just finished an 11-hour drive home from my university to where I live normally. In that time span, my Overwatch 2 fumbled the bag video exploded. So I'm now here to drop some comments and just some thoughts on the things that were highlighted in the comments. Now, a major thing that was said in the comments of that video was that Overwatch 2's Stadium mode is actually pretty fun. I personally, when I made that video and recorded it, I hadn't quite played Stadium mode yet and actually didn't really know that it was released until it was brought up to me. And I did go back and I actually tried it out and it was actually fun. I'll give full credit there. Stadium mode honestly is kind of a saving grace for the game. But on the other hand, there was about 6 or 7 comments saying that Overwatch 2 is a great game and that it's wonderful now and that it really has no problems now and that the Stadium mode is fun. That does not deter from the fact that for 3 fucking years the game was absolute dog shit. For 3 years they ignored what we said. For 3 years they falsely promised things and then never delivered on those. Just because they released Stadium mode 2 weeks ago on April 22nd of 2025 does not mean that it's a great game now. Sure, they had one hit. It was actually pretty fun, but the rest of the game still fucking sucks. And I hate to say it, I'm coming out on a whim here. I said I would like try it again and I'd enjoy it, and I did actually enjoy Stadium mode. I'll give credit there. The rest of the game still sucks, and all the people that were like, Overwatch 2 doesn't suck, it's great. Just because of Stadium mode completely distracts from the point that I was talking about competitive and how competitive still sucks. Now, there was a lot of people talking about rank checks and what rank I am. I'm diamond in the game. I'm not bad at the game. I know how to play it. I understand the mechanics of the game. It still sucks. Not only that, but people were like, objectively, Overwatch 2 is better than Overwatch 1. And when you responded to that, talking about how, no, I don't think so. I think Overwatch 1's much better game, because it is. It really is. There's still frame rate issues. There's a lot of issues with Overwatch 2 that we still see normally. And this is what I mentioned in the last video. So people that were like, this is completely false. Go look at the fact that your game has 80,000 overwhelmingly negative dislikes. The game is so poorly reviewed that when you open up the Steam page, it's literally dark red with the reviews. It's not a good game. People were like, no, it's a great game. Stadium mode's really fun. Okay, I understand that. I'm disappointed in Overwatch 2. I personally don't like it. I probably won't play it again other than Stadium mode maybe. I'm done with the competitive scene there because I don't enjoy it. That's no problem saying that. But people were dropping 700-word replies, literal college essays about how this game is good. I'm not kidding. I'll attach a screenshot here from Couch RPG 6282. Full respect to the guy. He was very polite to me. But writing a 700-word essay on YouTube comments, not even as like an original comment, but instead as a response to someone else's comment in a comment thread. 700 words is absolutely unbelievable. I am a YouTuber with 25 subscribers, and this video didn't even break 1,000 views, and you are writing a college essay about how this game is good. That probably says something, and it's probably not a good thing. Now, not only that, but we also have the Goon Squad, the people with Overwatch 2 character profile pictures of like Diva and Juno coming in talking about how the game's good. My comment to you is that Overwatch 2 is literally pandered to you. The fact that there is an Overwatch Rule 34 subreddit, it exists directly to serve you. The fact that you are a 25-year-old man with a diva profile picture on YouTube going to a small YouTuber's comment section and bitching about his take on Overwatch 2, subjective take, not objective, subjective take on your favorite video game, whining about how I'm shit-talking Overwatch 2 with your Juno or diva profile picture, tells me that you're nothing short of a goon god. You are a fapping machine, and I think that you should probably put your cum sock into the washing machine and take a break and go outside or something. I mean, holy shit, do you like scrounge the internet for every single bad video on Overwatch 2? On the other hand, I give full props to people like Very7. They came out with a very well-structured comment on why they disagree with my take, and honestly, I can agree with that. You know, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. There's counterpoints. Obviously, you might find the game fun that I found not very fun. You might find things that are enjoyable about it that I didn't find enjoyable about it. There's no question with that. The whole point of it was a commentary video about why I think they fumbled the bag, not why everyone in their dog thinks they fumbled the bag. On the other hand, though, you have people coming in about talking about how it's in a much better state than it has been when it literally took 2 to 3 years for them to even put in a game mode that people found enjoyable. For those first 2 to 3 years, the game suffered tremendous player drops. The game suffered over 50,000 overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam. Not only that, but people were commenting that Overwatch 1 had issues, and so that makes Overwatch 2 better or something along those lines. Okay, yes, Overwatch 1 had issues, Overwatch 1 was also received much, much better than Overwatch 2. And there's a good reason for that. It's because Overwatch 2 was filled with false promises, as I said, including player versus environment, the loot boxes, the microtransactions, all of those were issues. And even with all of these issues, it still has these problems to this day. The fact that you're literally admitting that the community lost faith on the game for not delivering its promises until they dropped a game mode that released 20 days ago, Stadium. 20 days ago. That's its saving grace. And again, I'm not even going to go into Stadium. I do think it's fun. I mean, it was an enjoyable game mode. It's not something that I personally think is like revolutionary. I mean, the idea of it's kind of similar to Apex in a way. It's kind of like Apex with more people and just Overwatch. So I have nothing against Stadium. I actually thought it was very fun. But the competitive scene of Overwatch, no one that brought up a counterpoint brought up a solid counterpoint against how the competitive scene of Overwatch is still ass. Yes, they've made new characters. They also had them heavily unbalanced for months at a time. Malga was heavily unbalanced for months at a time. His fire from shooting his guns would nearly instant kill you, and he was broken. Ramatra was broken. His ultimate ability was literally a curse for people going against Ramatra. It was so annoying to play against. It was not fun. This is not the case with every character that they've created, but it's the case with a decent amount of them. Venture is another example of a character that sucked. Now, people brought up perks as being some sort of good thing. Yes, okay, perks was a good addition and they did it well, but again, they copied that from Marvel Rivals. This idea is not unique to Overwatch, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with not having a unique idea. I mean, a lot of games that we see now are recycled ideas, but the fact that you're holding their perk edition as some sort of game-saving feature, like Overwatch 2 is some amazing God-sent game now when they added fucking perks that very marginally affect gameplay but really don't have too much of an impact. And the fact that you're saying that that's some game-changing feature is just bullshit. And you know it's bullshit. Clearly the tag that I put of Overwatch 2 clearly pandered to the wrong crowd on YouTube, and all of the Overwatch 2 fanboys came. And that's fine. I'm actually really happy that people came and commented and gave me their thoughts on it, because then it gave me a better insight into how I could play the game, looking for things that I might actually enjoy. The stadium mode was a good highlight. So I have nothing against people coming in and making comments on Overwatch 2 being a good game and how they enjoy it. That's completely fine. That's actually what I encourage. But the fact they come in and make up total bullshit about Overwatch 2 when the game is still a steaming pile of hippo shit, and they're trying to act like this is some God-sent game that's been fixed because of one mode that was added literally 2 weeks ago is complete and utter horseshit. Now, to the people that were like, if you don't enjoy the game, don't play it. Okay, yeah, totally. I completely agree with that. And again, I won't be playing the game anymore outside of maybe Stadium mode because I did enjoy it. But the fact that you have to say, if you don't enjoy it, don't play anymore, when the game is overwhelmingly reviewed negative, you can literally Google Overwatch 2 issues and get 35,000 web pages full of results of people complaining about the game. You're probably on the wrong side. It's probably not a very good game, or it has a lot of issues that have not been fixed when you have so many people consistently saying that the game is not good. And this is really not a hard concept to understand. The Stadium mode is great. I get it. I actually enjoyed it myself. I totally understand. Stadium mode is not what Overwatch 2 was meant to be. Stadium mode is an additional mode that they added probably to cope for the fact that Marvel Rivals was drilling the nail into the coffin of Overwatch 2. So to come out and say that Stadium is some God-saving feature of the game, when the entire concept of the game that it was founded off of, that Overwatch 1 subsided off of, that Overwatch 2 for 3 years or so has subsided off of, and to say that that is some awesome feature that makes the game good is, again, just bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Yes, they've made mass changes. These mass changes were 2 years ago. How long had they not made mass changes for? How long was the game in a shitty state where people stopped playing in droves, overwhelmingly reviewed the game negative, just did not enjoy the game in general? You might enjoy the game and you might feel very strongly about how it's a good game. A lot more people feel negative about the game than positive. A lot more. These recent changes have obviously shifted that, but the game is still overwhelmingly reviewed negative, and it's not a hard concept. Another thing I want to point out is that the age range of this video was 100% male, 18 to 36 years old. So there are people out there with Juno and Diva hentai profile pictures coming and scouring YouTube for every negative opinion on Overwatch to leave some cold ass water take like Overwatch hate in the Big 25, bruh. Things like that. I don't even have a comment for you. I think you should just significantly reevaluate your choices. The fact that you're scouring the internet for anything that's negative about Overwatch 2 is rather ridiculous. Obviously, the video wasn't well received because the Overwatch 2 community saw it, but I'm not backing down on that. I think the game is still a heaping pile of dog shit. I agree, Stadium mode's fun and it could be a saving grace for the game. Obviously, a lot of people enjoy it, and I did myself, but the game is still dog shit. The whole competitive scene is still terrible. The casual scene is okay, but you get a lot of sweats. Nothing against that. That's how casual is in every game, CS2, Rainbow, but that does not make the game good. Stadium mode, while it's a great addition, does not make Overwatch 2 and what its initial concept was a good game. And the fact that I logged on to Overwatch 2 for the first time in like a month or so, and the first thing got smacked with was a microtransaction for a $70 cosmetic skin, clearly shows that this game is not good. They're more interested in money than they are in a actual fun gameplay experience. And this was echoed by quite a few people in the comments as well. And I'll give a shout out to those guys because again, they see that this game is complete bullshit. It's everything they promised. They walked behind a DLC for $15, and if they didn't deliver on the promise, then they added game modes that no one really wanted because it's again things that they did add, they weren't really good. I mean, if the Halloween mode and the April Fool's mode were really saving graces for the game, then obviously the game would be a lot better than it is now. But they had to wait until Stadium mode came out on April 22nd, 2025 to basically say that their game is fixed and good, and for people to come and glaze it like it's some sort of really good game now. There's a reason Overwatch 2, in comparison to Overwatch 1, has been negatively rated severely by millions of people, critics, everyone in the fucking world that isn't some goon squad fat god that has their fucking chickens in their left hand as they sit and stroke it to diva feet porn, clearly sees that this game has a lot of issues, and that is what I was vocalizing in my commentary video, and I'm not backing down on that. I truly believe that the game is terrible. It still is terrible. They fumbled the bag, and it's as simple as that. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.